Lots of anticipation around the city today. It's Derby Day, but who's going to come out on top? The story of the game as it unfolds live next on EA TV.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and along... He's in here! And easily cut out in the end. What a brilliant pass! And now waiting to pounce. And the keeper flings himself at the ball. He's driven in the corner. No trouble at all as far as the keeper was concerned. And the line-up for the home side.
Well, although it's down as a 4-5-1...
My goodness, that save! Fully stretched he was. One for his own highlights reel. And he's fired over the corner. Outrageously good piece of defending on the line. And a goal! The opening statement in this semi-final. How important could that prove to be?
Well, here it is again. He's alive to the situation. He makes good contact with the ball and he keeps it down. That's a nice headed goal.
So underway again here. 1-0 the score. And making sure there was no danger in the end.
Fans, a reminder, throwing any items or interfering with play on the pitch is strictly prohibited. Grounds for removal from the stadium. Thank you for your cooperation.
Untidy on the ball. And continues his run. Oh, good-looking run. And a goal! That's his brace. They just can't keep him quiet.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
A really good pass. A real opening now. And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing, there for all to see.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper...
Oh, what an opportunity! Oh, a moment of pure class! Had to catch it perfectly, and didn't he just? And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Opportunity it is. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, let's take another look, and you have to say the defending is so poor. That's far too easy. The keeper had no chance there.
Can he find the right pass? Well, it came to nothing in the end. That's a high-quality pass. And alarmingly, that is a long way off target. Excellent ball over the top. What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing. Drilled home with true conviction. Tremendous goal.
Well, let's look at it again. What a volley this is. Perfect technique, great contact, and a wonderful goal.
Blistering first half display, and just look at that score. And he saw the situation developing. In with a chance. Opportunity still there. Well, trying something slightly unconventional, but not close to scoring. Couldn't keep it. And he's through here. And a goal! He's put it away! A celebratory moment!
Well, we can take another look now. It's great interplay between the two of them to start the move off. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Not putting so much effort into winning back possession. And support available. Well, let's see if something comes of this. Well, catching it sweetly, but not quite the accuracy he was looking for.
Well, it's always a difficult technique on the volley, but I think that's a massive chance he should score from.
And he's made headway. It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that.
Well, here it is again, and I have to say, the defending is so poor. They make so many bad decisions there. No wonder the keeper's exposed.
Well, that's a super ball over the top. And a goal! He's doubled his total for the day in superb scoring form.
Well, as the replay shows, it all started with that perfectly weighted ball over the top of the back line. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
And with that, the first half draws to a close. And so the second half commences here. And it was one-way traffic in the first half. He's in with a chance. Must finish. Oh, magnificent save.
Well, he's just pulled off a great save there. What reaction from the goalkeeper that was.
And time for the change now. Well, they'll try to keep the pressure on in the form of another corner. Well, he couldn't pick out a teammate inside the box. And a throw-in it's going to be. Well, sitting deep and just trying to form a really coherent block. Oh, he looks threatening. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder. And the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Well, he looks really pleased, doesn't he? His side have been really good today.
Failed to keep hold of it. Chance here. And a goal this time. Applying the finishing touch. Just what the doctor ordered.
Well, let's take another look, and you have to say the defending is so poor. That's far too easy. The keeper had no chance there.
Teammates available. Might be a chance here. Well, I must say, that goes down as a very disappointing effort. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. That's very effective, good high pressing. They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Plays with a positional sense that is second to none. Krivtsov. That's a good-looking ball. And collected tidily. He had plenty to think about. Well, we wondered if this deal was going to be done. In fact, it has now been done, Stuart.
Well, certainly a lot of focus on the boy over the last year or two, and he seems to have a bright future ahead of him.
Oh, they might score here, Stuart. Oh, my goodness! He's caught that so well! A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Well, here it is again. The ball over the top is an absolute beauty. And what about the finish? With such control and technique. That could have gone anywhere, but not with his skill. It's a great goal.
Lionel Messi.
Really getting stuck in. And into the last 20 minutes. Plenty of support here. And he's made headway. There it is! A fantastic goal, and no wonder he's off celebrating.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
Giving the ball away. Oh, yes, what a pass. Can he keep his composure? Well, he was on his own, but couldn't take advantage of it.
Well, I'm not surprised he missed that. He never really looked in complete control, did he?
Very quick thinking there. Trying to open them up, and he could cash in. Oh dear, a moment to forget all about, I think.
Well, he has to do a lot better there. He's gone for power, but he's completely miscued it.
Well, we're inside the final 10 minutes in this one. A real opening now. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head: smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
He's in behind. Can he finish? Well, not an effort for his own personal scrapbook. Well, he's lost the ball. Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. As far as stoppage time is concerned, 3 minutes here. Well, goalkeeper mistake. Will there be a price to pay? Shot from long range. Not a very complicated catch for the keeper. There's the referee's whistle, and it is official now. The visitors are on their way to the final.
Well, it was such a dominant performance from start to finish. They dictated the tempo for large parts of the game and were absolutely lethal in front of goal. After a performance like that, they have to be favourites going into that final now. Surely it's theirs to lose.
camera lens trained on one man. A free-scoring performance when last we saw him. How about on this occasion? Next on EA TV. And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, and delighted to have Stuart Robson sharing commentary duties with me. And in with a real chance. Superb chance. And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement.
Well, here it is again, 2v1 against the keeper, and they make no mistake. It's a well-taken goal in the end.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Opportunity it is. It has to be, surely. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, as you can see, they finish this really easily. They don't give the keeper a chance, do they? That's a good goal.
So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. And he's broken free. Surely now. Oh, it comes to nothing in the end. Really should have made more of that. Possession one. He has teammates around him. And he's through here. Surely. Chance maybe. Under real pressure here. Is it going to be? Oh, that is a majestic goal. Volleyed home with precision and style. Superbly done.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box. Just begging someone to get on the end of it. And just look at that strike. He opens up his body and makes a really clean contact with the ball. A great finish.
Is this going to be a thrashing? 3-0 now. Chances on. Chance still on. And it's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him. And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Well, it could be on for him here. Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. Now, what's the keeper playing at? Surely. A massive sigh of relief in the end. That was nearly very costly.
Well, he got lucky there. That was a big mistake by the goalkeeper.
Couldn't keep it. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. And he's in. Rifled against the post, but back in play. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, as you can see, that's a great bit of skill. He times this so sweetly. What a good goal that is. Well, that's just what he wanted. He has to be happy with this performance. They've been good today.
Oh, my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Plenty of support here. The delivery towards the back post. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, here it is again, and what a perfect cross into the box this is. Just inviting someone to attack it, and the movement is good, making for a comfortable finish. It's a really great goal.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline.
Robbie Robinson.
And he's broken free. And a goal to seal the hat-trick. A masterclass in finishing. Just can't stop him today.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible.
Oh, big chance. And a goal! There he is, at the double. They just can't subdue him.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Wanted to keep it, but couldn't. Real chance. And that's the hat-trick! Tearing apart this defence time and again. They simply can't handle him. A real opening now. Safe pair of hands, did his job. Trying to open them up. Still a chance. There it is. A fantastic goal, and no wonder he's off celebrating.
Well, just look at the defending here. The keeper is left totally exposed. It's an easy goal in the end, but well taken.
Well, did well to win the ball back. And he's made headway. Oh, yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment.
Well, let's take another look, and you have to say the defending is so poor. That's far too easy. The keeper had no chance there.
So 2 minutes of stoppage time here. What can he do with it now? And he's through here. A majestic piece of goalkeeping there.
That's goalkeeping at its best. He's so hard to beat from that sort of range.
Playing it in. And with that, the first half draws to a close. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. In with a chance. And it's got to be. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder. And once he gets onto it, there's only going to be one outcome. It's a lovely goal.
And the ball's gone. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Can't really allow runs like that. It has to be. And this time it's in. Fabulous goal. And just look at the celebrations.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. But I think the keeper has made a mistake here. While it's a decent finish, it should go in at that near post.
Oh, what an opportunity. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, as the replay shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him. Well, that's just what he wanted. He has to be happy with this performance. They've been good today.
They've lost it. That's a lovely ball. And he's broken free. It's got to be. And a goal here. There it is. They've done it.
Well, as you can see, this is absolutely brilliant. He's such a good runner with the ball, and it's a great individual goal. Brilliant from him.
Failed to keep hold of it. Dangerous looking through ball. And he's made the run. Oh, in it goes! Sensational strike! And now he deserves to celebrate.
Well, let's look at this again. He judges the flight of the ball, he sets himself ready to strike it, and then he just hits it so swiftly. That's the perfect volley.
30 minutes to go then. And a goal kick will be next. Oh, fine play, and maybe it'll set something up. Wonderful chance. Yedlin. And foiled only by the crossbar. And he's clear as lines. Well, I know fans and journalists alike have been wondering if this might become official. It is now official, I can tell you. Rafael Varane has completed his move to Newcastle.
Well, the reported fee of around £35 million represents a really good deal for them. He's talented, yes, but he's also a really top-class professional. And that attitude will rub off on some of those players around him, that's for sure.
Substitution for the visitors. Leading the match.
Well, he's certainly not alone. Might be a chance here. It's opened up for him. Oh, my goodness! He's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Well, just look at the defending here. They just don't read the danger. It's a poor goal to concede.
"20 minutes to go in this one. He's in with a chance. And that was simply miles off target.
Well, I think he's right to go for power, but he's made the wrong connection, and it's really poor technique in the end.
And played the pass well. Long way out this. Oh, yes! You cannot strike them any better than that. Brilliant goal.
Well, just take another look at this. He reads the flight perfectly, catches it so sweetly, and then bang. Not sure if the keeper was caught off guard. It's a long way out, but what a great strike.
Could be dangerous. Well, he had a bit of work to do in getting to that through ball, the goalkeeper. Well, the final whistle approaching, and this has certainly been an away day to remember. Stuart, your assessment?
Well, what an excellent performance this has been. They've had complete control for most of the game. Their movement...
Hang on a minute, Stuart. Opportunity unfolding. And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing, there for all to see.
Well, here it is again, and what a perfect cross into the box this is. Just inviting someone to attack it, and then just look at the finish. That's a brilliant volley, good technique, and the perfect contact.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Oh, very effective play, and they might be onto something. And there is the goal! He's found the net! Joy unconfined!
Well, here it is, 1v1 against the keeper, and the outcome was never really in doubt. He never looked like missing that.
Losing possession. And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. And he's made headway. And this time it's in. Fabulous goal. And just look at the celebrations.
Well, first of all, where's the defending? They're all over the place. But give him some credit. That's a good finish. Great composure. Well, that's just what he wanted. He has to be happy with this performance. They've been good today.
And the referee has deemed that an additional 4 minutes are in order. Alba! Can they stop it going in? It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that.
Well, let's take another look. Yeah, he won't get an easier finish than that. The defending was all over the place, though.
And that puts them in position. And so the referee blows for full time, and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
You're absolutely right, Derek. Their attacking play was excellent, full of energy and pace, and the midfield completely dominated the game. It was a great all-round performance.